The puns keep coming from my main man, Benny Ricardo.
And you know, I'm going to add this. Whenever you're on a cruise ship and you have the turbulence and the drunk people walk normal. They do. It's an amazing thing to watch. They walk normal.
Equals out there balance.
It does.
I never thought about that. That sounds like correct. That sounds good.
Roberto Meza in the camouflage trunk trying to find a home for that right hand. Look at him. He's trying to land that right hand. He's got some blood coming out of his nose now, Meza.
Yeah. I didn't really see any significant punch
But
land.
is that the hit? Would that be the hit? I think it's a hit. That's that wrecking ball head of Angel Viedas.
Either way, I think Mesa's doing the right game plan, walking forward.
I think that was a good right just now.
That was a right hand by Viedas.
Okay, now I'm seeing the Viedas that I was accustomed of seeing before. A little bit more aggressive. And he's got the crowd behind him.
And you hear the crowd yell, Viedas, Viedas. I think that's actually waking up Roberto Meza because all of a sudden he hears the crowd and he's bringing it.
Oh man, little headbutts going on.
Well, it's just a matter of time because he kept leading with that hit.
That was a headbutt.
Well, that was on Meza just now actually. Meza headbutted Viedas, but Viedas was holding on to Meza.
Kobian warned Angel Viedas right there. Final seconds of round number 3.
He's so stiff. He's so
very
stiff.
awkward, is Viedas.
Very stiff, Angel Viedas. And they're working on that nose of Roberto Meza, and I think it was a headshot.
I think so as well. It wasn't maybe a devastating punch, but I mean it drew blood and nothing major.
When you're young at that age right there for Roberto Meza, you don't feel anything.
Absolutely not.
Round number 4 coming up. This is our main event of the evening.
Very youthful, very strong guy. You know, his record implies it.
Viedas talked about in the interview we did before the fight about what a great opportunity this is and how he wants to make the most of it. He's going to have to step it up. The ABC rules of boxing, and again, on this one now we reach the halfway point of the fight. It's in the books. Round number 4 of a scheduled 8-rounder in the super featherweight division. Roberto Meza in the camouflage trunks taking on Angel Viedas, the veteran from Tijuana, Baja California. And now you're starting to see Viedas be a little bit more aggressive. Starting down low is Meza, and then finishing up on top. And you mentioned the fact that you were shocked at how aggressive Meza is. I think that's working well. He's got to stay aggressive.
Yeah, I believe this round he's kind of picking up the pace a little bit. Starting to touch Viedas a little more.
And you know, sometimes for fighters, and you guys know better than anybody, sometimes it takes a little bit to get into the fight to start feeling that distance.
Yeah, that's true. I think Viedas might need a little more time because it doesn't look like he has done it yet.
Angel Viedas trying to land combination, but you just see it's almost like his arms are heavy on him.
Yeah, exactly. He like kind of tries to get it out, and he may get a full extension at the end.
Seems forced.
Exactly. Like, I don't really want to, but I have to.
Yeah, it's an arm puncher rather than a snapper. Viedas just comes in and he throws those arm punches. Now it takes an uppercut right to the chin.
I think the fluidity now of the Ram here
Yeah.
is starting to come into play.
And you know what? Overall, I think Roberto is actually, or Mesa is doing the best thing he can do right now. Viedas has been extremely awkward, you know, so he doesn't really want to do too much. He's taking it as it comes, you know, and it might be a boring fight because of it, but he's focused on winning the fight. So, you know, I think he's doing a good job.
But that's a savvy move.
Yeah, absolutely.
And a young fighter that's already got that kind of boxing IQ.
It is. It is.
He definitely is, but what I don't think he's taking his time too much. This is mental pressure that he's applying, Mesa right here. So
Mesa doing a good job of eluding.
Viedas being typically the aggressor and the hard puncher. He's currently not. He's getting pushed back. The bully's getting bullied.
Now we're going to get a warning. Jose Cobian talking to Roberto Mesa. And that's it. Round number 4 is in the books.
Halfway through.
And the nose of Roberto Mesa seems to be bothering him. Watch how they try to apply this stuff.
They're just doing what they're supposed to. You know, got to stop the bleeding.
As they're working on Roberto Mesa. Here's that little WWE exchange right here. There you go, WWE right there, right down. Jose Cobian lecturing Roberto Mesa, say, I'm not tolerating that. So we are ready for round number 5 of a scheduled 8-rounder. This is our main event of the evening. Global Sports Streaming in association with Buristeca Boxing presented Best in Boxing. Your two combatants in the ring, they are Roberto Mesa in the camouflage, Angel Viedas in the red trunks. Roberto just keeps staying on top of not taking really any big chances. And Kevin, you talked about that, that because of the awkwardness of Angel Viedas, he is staying alert, but not overly aggressive.
Yeah, I think it would be wrong for him to try to push the action when he's not super comfortable because of the movements of Viedas. You know, anything is possible. You know, guys that are super awkward like that, you know, they might hit you with an elbow. You know, we already seen a few headbutts, you know, so I think he's doing a good job. I think he needs to stay poised as he is and just taking it when he can. You know, he's winning the fight easy.
Now, Chris, do you see Angel doing what you've seen him do in the past?
No, like I mentioned earlier, Benny, he typically is a little bit more aggressive. Yes, he's kind of more of a boxer, but he shows some aggression. Here, Roberto Mesa beat all the aggression out of him.
Fighting a very intelligent fight is Roberto Mesa. He is doing enough to go ahead and keep Angel Viedas out of harm's way, but he is not risking himself, putting himself in a position of risk in the same token. Roberto Mesa.
Yeah, he's doing a very good job of hitting and not getting hit.
That's what it's all about.
That's the name of the game.
That was almost like a slap on the part of Viedas. Viedas is trying to find some way to get to Roberto Mesa.
A little sneaky overhand right just now by Viedas.
And now all of a sudden Mesa's going to have to get there first because it's been Viedas repeatedly throwing and touching up Mesa. Not necessarily in a way that it's hurting him, but I think it's enough to go ahead and keep him off rhythm.
Yeah.
Bothering him.
And of course, that's a boxing lesson that Mesa is going to have to learn, and that's how to cut off the ring. Close off those escape hatches.
Yeah, definitely. Cut off the ring, use his jab a little more.
That was a sneaky little... Yeah, no, actually Viedas hit him with a pretty good right uppercut just now. It was very sneaky. Very quick as well.
I think he's frustrating Meza this round.
Mesa's nose is bleeding a lot more as well now.
This is the first round that I see Viedas winning, you know, and frustrating Roberto Meza.
So I think it is safe to say that the key to Meza, the key to Viedas is to make this an ugly fight.
Yeah, absolutely.
Make it as ugly as possible.
Yeah,
absolutely. He had success in this round.
Yeah, I think that's exactly the key to victory.
And now they're applying that on both nostrils.
Like you mentioned earlier, though, Benny, Roberto Meza needs to cut off the ring, use his jab, you know, fundamentals of boxing.
But you know, he started off at a pretty fast pace. You think that's used up some energy?
Maybe. It could be. But, you know, we'll find out right now in the 6th, 7th, and 8th round, right?
It is round number 6 coming up. Okay, now let's take a look at, we talked about making this an ugly fight. Let's see some ugly fighting. There it is.
Yeah, nothing very too technical there.
Unless you call stepping on his foot and turning him technical. And it is round number 6 coming up. Our main event of the evening, presented by Global Sports Streaming, along in association with Boristeca Boxing, the best in boxing. Your principals in the ring, they are Angel Viedas. He's got the red trunks, taking on Roberto Meza in the camouflage trunks. And we mentioned Viedas has to make this an ugly fight. Bring elbows, bring shoulders, bring anything he can to go ahead and touch up the body of Roberto Meza. Meza, on the other hand, he appears to be tired. He doesn't seem to have the same bounce he had in his step to start the fight, where he was doing a good job of landing and then eluding anything that Viedas threw his way.
Yeah, it might be, like you mentioned earlier, just the fact that he's getting tired, or who knows, you know, or Viedas caught a good rhythm. Just gonna find out.
Now, Kevin, Viedas wanted this fight, so maybe he has seen something that he could take advantage of, and maybe this is when it's going to come.
I think even in the interview they said they watched his fights and they felt like it was a good candidate for him to fight against. You know, so I don't know. I don't think he's really found that weakness that he saw yet, or has capitalized on it. But he said maybe he will.
Viedas moving around, trying to find some way to go ahead and establish his base of power. Now, Chris, all that leaning that Viedas is doing on Meza, that has to tire Meza out.
Yeah, definitely. You don't really practice wrestling in the gym. Like right now, all this tying up, and it's a different muscle group that's being worked, you know, when you're doing all this tying up. So yeah, maybe that's wearing him down a little bit.
33 professional fights Angel Viedas has, and he's going to have to tap on all that experience to try to get a win over Roberto Meza on this main event.
But you know what? A win for Meza would be excellent for a guy with that record right now. That'll start to catapult him into I think more of a seasoned fighter.
And, you know, at 33 fights, you're going to have to find out now. And he definitely wants to step it up as far as Angel Viedas. See, right here, that's totally unorthodox, making it ugly, grabbing it.
Very.
And all of a sudden, Meza, Chris, is not landing clean shots.
Because of that smothering by Viedas, I think it's frustrating Meza.
It's thrown off his rhythm a lot.
Yes.
Oh, that was a really fast right hand just now by Meza.
So 6 rounds are in the books. And Jose Luis Ramirez, they're talking to his man, Angel Viedas. And Roberto Meza now trying to find the answer. What would you tell him here, Chris? What should he do?
So one thing that we talked about earlier about cutting off the ring and using your jab, maybe jab him to the chest because he keeps moving his head a lot, too much.
Here's Angel Viedas in round number 6. And coming in there throwing elbows, flush, anything within. And see, no punches were landed on the part of MEZA.
No, none. So one thing an old coach used to tell me is hit the bulk. You know, the head is gonna miss.
Yeah.
You know, hit the frame. Hit the frame.
Especially
hit the frame.
Especially when you're a little. Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, so the head will freeze eventually. Just keep hitting the frame. Hit something right there. MEZA threw to the wind.
I was also
every time.
going to throw in there, especially when you're fatigued. When you're a little more tired, it's definitely harder to hit a moving target. You know, so yeah, those shoulders, that chest.
And this is our main event of the evening, Global Sports Streaming.
Sorry, Benny, to cut you off. Another thing that I mentioned always, people don't practice, boxers don't practice missing. So missing those shots, thinking you're going to land, it wears on you.
Right. Roberto MEZA now, you can see that stern look on his face where he is trying to find Angel Viedas. Viedas, on the other hand, being unorthodox. And you can just see the frustration in MEZA's face. It's almost like Viedas is not cooperating. And they get close, they get in that kill zone, in that pocket, and they stop throwing. And that's what we're going to find out, what the appreciation level is for the judges for the work that Angel Viedas is doing. Do they consider that effective aggression or dirty fighting?
Well, the last round and then so far this round, he's actually landing punches. He's landed punches, and Roberto isn't landing much of anything. So, I mean, technically he is winning the fight, whether it's ugly or not at this point. I mean, well, he's winning the last 2 rounds.
The last 2 rounds, I gave Viedas rounds 5 and 6.
Yeah.
I thought MEZA was gonna sweep the fight, but somehow Viedas jumping back in it.
So let's see if Angel Viedas, who's not known as a big puncher, can find a way to accumulate the quantity of punches that land and eventually see if he can stop Roberto MEZA.
Right. And back to you guys' point before about MEZA and cutting off the ring, I think that would serve him a lot right now because he's really just following Viedas at this point.
Yeah, he is following him.
He's just following it. It makes it easy for Viedas to look like the matador, you know, to the bull, you know, so.
Okay, but as you say that, Kevin, how would he cut the ring off? What would he have to do here?
Instead of just following him in a direct line, you know, kind of going the opposite direction to corner him into a corner, rather than just following him straight and then Viedas moves left, he moves left. You know, he has to go the opposite way, and that'll in turn kind of push him into a corner.
And dropping his hands is not one of the ways you want to cut off the ring.
Definitely not.
And I think this might be a Viedas round.
Yeah, I think so as well. Yeah, I would totally give that to Viedas.
So he definitely swept the last 3 rounds in my card. I believe in your guys' card as well. So if he wins the last round, it could be a draw.
Yeah, potentially for sure.
So Angel Viedas is going to have to summon every ounce of energy he's got left in his body for this 8th and final round of our main event.
Yeah.
On the other hand, young Roberto MEZA has to bring it. And again, we talked about cutting off the ring, and let's see if he's able to do this in the 8th and final round. Jose Cobian coming over and talking to each of the fighters before the 8th and final round of this main event. Jose Luis Rodriguez, a trainer for Angel Viedas, trying to find every trick in the book to try to restore some energy into the body of his fighter. And that's it, folks. The fighters are up. We are ready for the 8th and final round of our main event of the evening. Global sports streaming in association with Boristeca Boxing presenting Best in Boxing. Roberto Meza in the camouflage trunks taking on Angel Viedas. It is the 8th and final round. And you hear the crowd shouting, Viedas, Viedas. And Viedas again dipping underneath there. And we're going to get a little timeout here. And the tape, the alert eyes of Jose Cobian seeing the loose tape. He's asking to retape that, secure that. And they take care of it. Jose Luis, the man to the right, used to be a great, great referee, world class, and decided to go back to training fighters rather than referee.
He has a fighter that's in great shape right now. Great jab to the body by Viedas, followed up by a 1-2 to the head.
And Roberto Meza, I think he's confusing. A little showboating rather than being effective. Good left right there by Meza. Caught. Angel Viedas coming in. And that is Viedas taking the fight to Meza. See, right now, Meza's not doing anything.
No.
Nah, he's not doing much, and this is the Viedas that I'm accustomed to seeing. Boxer, puncher, slightly aggressive.
Meza wants to throw, just not able to get himself in rhythm. See, he throws one punch and he missed that. Viedas taking the fight to Meza. He doesn't land with any of those.
No, he's not. He's not.
But the only we can say is that punch is in the country of Mexico, but it's not landing. See, he wants to load up, not able to.
You know, Viedas has completely turned just this fight around completely. Like, the energy of the fight is all on the side of Viedas right now. He's going in, moving around. Everything he wants to do is happening. Look at that. He was not.
Meza, on the other hand, is not able to answer.
No.
Yeah, I think he's frustrating Meza.
Now he's going to switch to southpaw. And again, all those movements that he's doing are wasted movement because he's not actually landing the shot as Roberto Meza. Very game fighter, very well-conditioned fighter, but definitely a frustrated fighter right now.
Down to our last 10 seconds.
Who's going to win this main event? Is it Angel Viedas or Roberto Meza? We'll see what the judges have decided. Well, he was able to hit Jose Cobian.
Oh,
Meza was able to land on Cobian on that one.
Get out the way. I want him. Man, this is a close one, man. This is a close one.
Okay, score it for me.
I hate to say it, man, but I
Draw?
believe it's a draw.
How about you?
know?
Yeah, I think I would have to go to say the same.
You know what, though? I do think that the judges will favor the aggressiveness of Meza, but
At the beginning.
at the beginning and even the last rounds as well, you know, we are, once again, guys, we are in Mexico. You know, things happen, to sway more the A side, and they're gonna give Roberto Meza the benefit of the doubt, even though us three here, we think that it's a draw.
Okay, so let's take a look at here, right here. And again, this is action from the last round. Watch Meza. He's coming in, coming in. He wants to throw. Does he land any of them here, Kevin? Doesn't throw.
Yeah, Roberto didn't really throw anything.
He's still coming for more.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that one, but you know, thinking back, I think that fourth round. Actually, the fifth round is when Viedas started to pick it up, and it was fifth through the eighth. So,
I think
really,
MEZA wins the fight. I don't think they're going to score this.
If he wins, it's only by a round. It's only by a round.
I don't think they gave Angel Viedas the benefit of the doubt, despite having fought a very good fight. You know, they're going to give it to the aggressiveness of Roberto Meza. You know, he definitely bulldozed the first 4 rounds.
Yeah.
And Angel Viedas made it very competitive the last 4.
Yeah.
So Pablo Flores has finally added it all up, and we are ready for the official decision.
Damas y caballeros, después de 8 rounds de combate, nos vamos con las tarjetas de los jueces. After 8 rounds of boxing, we now go to the judges' scorecards. El juez, Judge Sergio Lechuga, he scores it 78 to 74, 78-74. And both judges, Carlos de la Rocha and Jesus Gonzalez, have the same scores of 77 to 75. Estos dos últimos jueces coinciden en tarjeta 77-75. Por lo tanto, su ganador por la vía de la decisión unánime, Barrio Bravo del Florido, Ángel El Bofo Viedas.
And the veteran of 33 professional fights comes into the big punch arena.
Wow.
And slugs out. Slugs out a unanimous decision win. So there you have it. Ángel Viedas found the way, Kevin.
That was unexpected. That was totally unexpected. I'm not gonna lie about that one.
But you know, here's what I always tell fighters in a situation like this. Don't be angry at the decision. Go talk to the judges and ask them, why did you score it that way? Sometimes you have to learn how to win a fight.
That's true.
And you got to learn that what you're doing is not being looked upon by the judge as effective aggression.
Right.
So sometimes you have to learn how to win a fight.
Yeah.
And I think for Roberto Meza, he's young enough.
Yeah.
A loss is no shame. It's a learning experience. So I think we're going to get a chance here. We're going to get Chris Martin to go in there and talk to our winner, Ángel Viedas.
Felicidades, Ángel. Tú quisiste esta pelea. You wanted this fight. ¿Qué era el plan entrando a esta pelea? What was the game plan entering this fight?
Para mí el plan era hacerlo fallar mucho, que se me dio hacerlo fallar. Sinceramente yo la pelea, pues yo la vi muy pareja. No entiendo a la gente, pero pues yo no soy el juez. Ellos fueron los jueces. Así que si ellos me vieron ganar, pues muchas gracias. Yo le agradezco a todos por la oportunidad, a Roberto Meza por la oportunidad. Antes que nada, pues somos profesionales y pues gracias a Dios gané. Me dieron a mí la pelea, pues gracias.
The game plan here tonight was to make him miss big. I believe I did that tonight. I'm not a judge, and the judges thankfully saw me winning the fight, and I thank them for it. So, si quiere la revancha, Roberto Meza, se la vas a dar. If Robert wants the rematch, will you give him the rematch?
Eso hay que trabajarlo con la promotora. Ahorita tenemos otros planes, pero si más adelante se da, adelante.
Right now, I have different plans, but if the promoter can arrange it, I'm okay with that. Otra vez, felicidades en esta victoria. Congratulations on this victory. Suerte.
Muchas gracias a todos. Gracias.
Thank you all.
Well, thank you, Chris. And there you have your winner, Ángel Viedas, slugging out a unanimous decision win over Roberto Meza. And that is our main event of the evening. And again, the last 2 fights have been stellar.
Yeah, excellent 2 fights, especially in that bantamweight division. With Carrillo and Lopez. That was an excellent, definitely fight of the night. And those 2 guys they kept action going the entire fight. It was beautiful.
So your winner, Ángel Viedas, 33 professional fights. He wanted to fight Roberto Meza. He kept asking for it. Finally, our matchmaker, Saul, came up with it, and they finally granted him the opportunity. And of course, that's what boxing is all about, making the most of the opportunity that's presented to you, and he did just that, slugging out a win over Roberto Meza, who started out very, very aggressively, but was not able to sustain it. Angel Viedas finally was able to go ahead and find the style that was going to end up working for him. He found it, and he was very successful with it. And now, we are going to get the ladies now slugging it out. This is CARINA Moreno from Watsonville, California, with a record of 24-6, 103.6 pounds. I got a chance to do CARINA Moreno's fight down in a place called Toluca, Mexico. And here comes Cynthia Martinez. Cynthia Martinez from Cancun, Quintana Roo, Mexico, with a record of 4 wins, 3 losses, and 1 draw. CARINA Moreno has been at it a long time and has had an excellent success in the ring. Coming down here to Mexico to go ahead and get his chance to fight. And here she is, CARINA Moreno. Jose Cobian giving the instructions. And now we are ready for Pablo Flores, our ring announcer.
Damas y caballeros, Boriseca Boxing Promotions y VIP The Best in Boxing presentan este encuentro pactado a 6 rounds en la división de peso paja. 6 rounds of boxing in the strawweight division. Your 3 judges scoring this bout in ringside. Sus 3 jueces, Carlos de la Rocha, Jesús González y Sergio Lechuga. And your 3rd man inside the ring, su referee, Jose Cobian. Introducing the fighter standing in the blue corner, wearing green and silver. She officially weighs in at 104 pounds. Presentando ustedes en la esquina azul, vistiendo pantaloncillo en color verde con plata, con un peso de 104 libras. She stands with a record of 4 victories against 3 losses and 1 draw. Cuenta con un récord de 4 victorias, 3 derrotas y un empate de la ciudad de Cancún, Quintana Roo, México. Cynthia Martinez. And her opponent across the ring is standing in the red corner. She wears black and gold. She officially weighs in at 103.6 pounds. Presentando ustedes en la esquina roja, vistiendo pantaloncillo negro con dorado, con un peso de 103.6 libras. As a professional, in 30 professional bouts, she stands 24 victories against 6 losses, and 5 of those victories coming by the fast way of knockout. Cuenta con 30 combates profesionales, con 24 victorias, 6 derrotas y 5 de esas victorias por la vía del knockout. She's a 5-time world champion, 5 veces campeona mundial de Watsonville, California, USA. CARINA Moreno.
The 5-time world champion CARINA Moreno taking on Cynthia Martinez from Cancun, Quintana Roo, Mexico. And this is going to be in the strawweight division. Is going to be 6 rounds. CARINA Moreno is going to be dressed in black and gold. Cynthia Martinez in the green with the white, the silver belt. And keep in mind, this is 2-minute rounds. It is going to be 6 2-minute rounds. Not much of a feat up here. They got to launch it during those 2 minutes. CARINA Moreno in the black, Cynthia Martinez in green. I did CARINA Moreno's loss it was in Toluca, and I remember there she learned a valuable lesson fighting in Mexico. You got to fight out of the clinches.
You know, I just saw her first fight actually after coming back for a few years, and she looked excellent. She just put on a boxing clinic. She looked really good. A true boxer.
I was going to mention that fight, Kevin. That was the fight of the night here at Boristeca.
It was.
They chunked them.
CARINA Moreno, she is a 5-time world champion. A lot of times for some of these fighters, the female fighter, it's tough to find opponents. It's not something that's readily available there. And Carina Moreno lives in Watsonville, California. Cynthia Martinez, for her, it would be a huge, huge win to get a win over the 5-time world champion, Carina Moreno. And you can see the beautiful style, beautiful stylistic boxing that Carina Moreno uses in a fight. In and out, bouncing around on the balls of her feet. I think she just got a glove in the eye.
This is, I think she has such a poetic style. To me, it's so beautiful. Like, she dances literally when she comes in and when she goes out. It's hard to believe she even lost a fight in this particular division. I
remember in the fight that I did see her lose, again, the big thing was fighting out of the clinches.
Okay.
Her opponent was beating her within the right there because she would raise her hands up thinking the referee was going to break, but he wasn't.
Okay, so she would, okay.
And that is round number 1 is in the books. And Carina Moreno, you see Cynthia Martinez going back to her corner complaining. See her eye?
Well, her eyes,
see the right eye?
Yeah, her eyes already swollen. Yeah, that had to be a thumb.
Carina Moreno, Rich Noble, her trainer, giving her the instructions there. No, it was an eye. He got a glove in the eye. There you see right there that puffiness. And there you see, watch this. See if you can see the glove. And there you see. And I think that was the thumb.
Yeah, it might have been a quick thumb.
Round number 2 of a scheduled 6-rounder. These are 2-minute rounds. Carina Moreno, the 5-time world champion. She's dressed in black. She's taking on Cynthia Martinez from Cancun, Quintana Roo, Mexico. Moreno from Watsonville, California. Moreno weighed in at 103.6, Martinez 104. And then you see right there, Carina Moreno working that jab, trying to get close. Good job by Cynthia Martinez, though, dipping underneath there. And you see the angles of the punches in Moreno.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Very beautiful. Very beautiful. I love the way she throws that right hand as well. She just throws with a lot of, like, just intent.
But you notice, after she throws it, she's actually in position to throw another one. She's never really off balance.
Well, I remember I had an opportunity to talk to her after her last fight, and she said, like, even though she had took those years off, she constantly was training. She loves the sport. It's just a part of who she is, her lifestyle. And I really respect that, you know. That's somebody that takes the sport seriously, and they just love it. They just love it for what it is, you know.
You can see it in her style, you know. It's very fluid. She throws very crisp punches. That head movement, that footwork. She does everything well.
And look at that. She throws 1, 2, 3, and then she's out of there. Moving her feet, using her legs.
Ooh. Beautiful combinations.
Martinez is starting to feel now the power of Moreno and the frequency by which he's landing those shots on Martinez. And that is end of round number 2. We've got 2 in the books. 3 coming up of a scheduled 6-rounder. Carina Moreno, 5-time world champion, and just enjoys the game. Enjoys the sport of boxing. Always in great shape. And the crowd here enjoying it. That's one thing the crowd in Tijuana loves, because they've got such excellent female fighters. You got Brenda Flores. You had Jackie Navas, also from here from Tijuana. You got Kenya Enriquez, yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, in Mexico, you have a lot of the female fighters. You know, it's a thing down here.
Round number 3 of a scheduled 6-rounder. Carina Moreno, the 5-time world champion, dressed in black. Cynthia Martinez in green.
And that said, Benny, we have a very important female fight tomorrow. Clarissa Shields versus Christina Hammer.
We'll see if they are the best in the world. That should be an interesting fight. And you see the eye of Martinez is really taking a lot of shots. The one on the right took the thumb, and that is swelling up.
Yeah, I see it too. She's starting to bruise her up a little bit.
And Martinez is still game though. She's trying to find a way to throw it, but the thing with Moreno, she's just so well balanced.
Very well balanced.
Well balanced and relentless. This is non-stop pressure.
And she learned to fight out of the clinches when you're in Mexico.
Very well balanced. That's all I can see.
That's an uppercut. And then that right on the chin of Martinez. Now, of course, now here it is. It's a 2-minute round. Do you think that's why there's not that many knockouts in female boxing?
Well, I mean, just, you know, anatomically, I don't know the right word. But anyway, I mean, they don't have as much muscle, obviously, as men do. And I don't think they, you know, the force generated, for the most part, isn't enough to create a knockout. I hope not sound like a sexist.
Absolutely not. You are correct. I also think the same. And they're tough. You know, they're just as tough as men. Sometimes it's not tougher, so they say.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, you're right. They can't generate the same amount of force, and they can take a good punch.
Yeah.
This is Cynthia Martinez. And you see that right eye. That's where she ended up getting that thumb in the first round as they tend to her. And boy, she is, you know, when you've all of a sudden, you know, you got a total of 8 professional fights and you jump up to Carina Moreno's level, that's a big, big jump.
That's a big jump, absolutely. But she took it, you know, she knew what she was getting into. And she's tough, and she's here.
Here's some of the action right here. You get a chance to see. Look at that. That's just a great view right here, Chris, from up on top. So you really get to see the feet. The footwork.
The footwork, yeah, that Carina Moreno's able to do.
Look, she didn't fall off balance not one time.
And this is live now. Round number 4 of a scheduled 6-rounder. Carina Moreno, the 5-time world champion and dressed in black.
Oh, God.
Taking on Cynthia Martinez. A very game Cynthia Martinez. Definitely outclassed, but boy, she game.
Yeah, Moreno is just beating her to the punch every single time.
And you see the squared shoulders of Carina Moreno. The symmetry is just beautiful as far as, you know, body-wise.
Yes. Nice height and shoulders. Very toned.
And throwing punches from all kinds of different angles is Carina Moreno. Every time Cynthia tries to do something, here comes 4 or 5 shots from all different angles. You know, but there's a term they use in boxing when they say she fights like a guy.
Yeah.
And I think we can say Carina Moreno fights better than most guys, if not all guys.
No question. I honestly, I haven't seen a guy as balanced of a fighter as she is, quite honestly.
She looks like she could fight in the dark and find you.
Once
Carina
again,
Moreno.
she throws very crisp shots. You know, I'm surprised that she hasn't been able to stop Cynthia Martinez yet, because she's landed good shots on her.
Cynthia is a very tough fighter. You could just tell.
She is. She is. She's definitely trying. She's trying a lot. I just think that the work rate and the accuracy of Moreno is just, you know, overpowering her.
Boy, it'd be interesting to find out what the plans are for Carina Moreno.
You know, last time I talked to her, she actually said she wants to, you know, be a contender for a world title again. You know, so, you know, I think that she's on the right path. She's
Now, is
doing a good job.
is she the same weight as Brenda Flores?
I'm not entirely sure.
I think she is.
I'm not entirely sure. But she's still competing at a very high level. You know, us, Kevin and I, you know, having that experience of being in the ring, and I don't see any movement lost, any steps lost.
And here's a little example of the work by Carina Moreno.
That quick step back, and then she comes right back in.
If she was an artist, she'd be painting a masterpiece right now.
Yeah, she really would. She's throwing good shots. She did get caught with a little left hook there, but nothing major.
It is the 5th round of a scheduled 6-rounder. Carina Moreno, the 5-time world champion, taking on Cynthia Martinez. Martinez in green, Moreno in all black. And even then, you see a pro, because she's able to hold her and then all of a sudden get herself out of there while also throwing leather. Boy, the way she throws combinations, I mean, just time after time after time.
Yeah.
Beautiful timing, launching.
Very focused as well. Very focused fighter.
Yeah, that head movement, Kevin. I like it, man. Straight shots. Ooh.
Good left hand, rocking Martinez.
Beautiful left hand. Oh, she brought all her body power with that. Body weight, I should say.
And all of a sudden now, Martinez aware of the power. She has felt the power of Carina Moreno.
Nice.
And now all of a sudden Martinez just staying back now.
Yeah, not much of a response anymore from Martinez.
So accurate is Moreno.
Her combinations are like what needs to be thrown. You know what I mean? Like she definitely thinks about it in a split second. That's beautiful.
Carina Moreno, 5-time world champion, and she still has it. Would like to contend for a title, and this is part of the preparation she's putting into. Yeah. There you have it. It's going to work, going to work. Beautiful combinations right there by Carina Moreno. One more to go. It's Carina Moreno taking on Cynthia Martinez. This is Carina Moreno, 5-time world champion. She's got Rick Noble there, her trainer.
I think the mic cut me off.
Carina Moreno, who puts the time into it, says she still enjoys it. Loves the game. Let's take a look at the last 10 seconds here. You can just see Carina Moreno just overwhelming Cynthia Martinez.
That's a good word. She's overwhelming her.
Backing her up, backing her up.
Oh my gosh. Such a beautiful combination to end the round. And you know what? Carina uses the feint better than I've seen probably 90% of fighters use it. She uses it beautifully. She uses it, she baits it in, and then she throws a punch. Like, it's great. Very poetic.
Carina Moreno, this is the 6th and final round. Cynthia Martinez in green. The 5-time world champion, showing you some of their skill in the ring is Carina Moreno. The feint, the jab, the right hand, the left hand, the multitude of angles by which she brings it. Superbly skilled is Carina Moreno, and she's showing it to you. As far as Cynthia Martinez, she is feeling the greatness of Carina Moreno.
Yeah.
But you gotta respect the courage of this young woman, Cynthia Martinez.
Yeah, she's standing in there with a former world champion, and she's hanging in there despite getting hit with shot after shot.
And you know, this might be a confidence boost for her too, to grow from this, say, hey, I hung in there with a 5-time world champion.
Yeah, I was in there. I was throwing leather right back. I never gave up. Definitely a moral victory for Cynthia Martinez.
I think Carina Moreno would beat a lot of people again now, just because of her work level, her punch level. She doesn't stop. She also doesn't miss.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I was about to capitalize on that. The accuracy as well, on top of that work rate, is amazing. You know, and I don't see a lot of female fighters winning against her right now. Even at, what is she? I think she's
105 pounds.
Oh no, age.
Oh, age. She's 35.
35. Yeah, I mean that's amazing.
Women don't age as much as men do.
Oh, good. You know, I think
And there you have it, the veteran 5-time world champion Carina Moreno.
Beautiful.
Extending a hand to Cynthia Martinez. Cynthia Martinez, I commend you.
That was
Tremendous
excellent.
courage, tremendous will to
excellent.
hang in there against the 5-time world champion who showed us that she's still functioning on all cylinders, all angles, and again, using the feint, using the accuracy, using the power. It's all there for Carina Moreno.
It's beautiful.
As they tend now to Carina Moreno. And let's take a look at some of the shots from the 6th and final round. The 35-year-old Carina Moreno congratulating the young Cynthia Martinez. And we are now waiting for Pablo Flores to give us a decision that we anticipate to be just what we think it is, and that is a unanimous decision by Carina Moreno. All the way from Watsonville, California, Carina Moreno makes her way down here to Tijuana. And we are ready for Pablo Flores' announcement.
Damas y caballeros, después de 6 rounds de combate, nos vamos con las tarjetas de los jueces. After 6 rounds of boxing, we now go to the judges' scorecards. All 3 judges, Carlos de la Rocha, Sergio Lechuga, and Jesus Gonzalez have the same scores of 60-54. Los 3 jueces calificaron de manera idéntica, 60-54. For your winner by the way of unanimous decision, su ganadora por la vía de la decisión unánime. Watsonville, California, Carina Moreno. Y fuerte reconocimiento para su rival de Cancún, Quintana Roo, Cynthia
A unanimous
Martinez.
decision win over a young Cynthia Martinez, who proved to be a very willing, courageous, and game fighter, Cynthia Martinez.
Excellent fight again, and hats off to Carina. She did an excellent job. But also hats off to Cynthia. I mean, she knew she was coming in against a champion. She stuck in there. She still looked good. I mean, she didn't have the skill to win this particular fight, but she just got to keep training, you know, keep going back to the drawing board.
And then, Chris, I really think Brenda Flores is in this weight division. That'd be an interesting fight.
It would be an interesting fight. You know, if Boristeca Boxing can make that fight happen, let's do it.
That surely would be a great, great fight. Brenda Flores just came off a win over a Colombian girl over at the Tijuana Auditorium.
Yes.
So let's see if she's be willing to go ahead and do a fight here in Tijuana. And we are ready for our next fight. It is going to be a 6-rounder in the super featherweight division. Jesus Otero taking on Mario Ramirez. That is Mario Ramirez from Kamalu taking on, that is Jesus Otero from Navajoa, Sonora, Mexico.
Damas y caballeros, nuestro siguiente combate está pactado a 6 rounds en la división de peso super pluma. 6 rounds of boxing in the super featherweight division. Presentado a ustedes por Boristeca Boxing Promotions y BIB The Best in Boxing. Presentando ustedes en la esquina roja, vistiendo pantaloncillo azul y plata, con un peso de 132 libras. Introducing the fighter in the red corner, wearing blue and silver. He officially weighs in at 132 pounds. His professional record, 1 victory and no defeats. Presenta un récord de 1 victoria, 0 derrotas. De Navojoa, Sonora, Jesús Zurdo Otero. And his opponent across the ring is standing in the blue corner, wearing white and black. He officially weighs in at 130 pounds. Y su rival en la esquina azul, vistiendo pantaloncillo color blanco con negro, con un peso de 130 libras. In his professional campaign, he stands with a record of 11 victories, 1 defeat, 1 draw, and 5 of those wins coming by the fast way of knockout. Presenta un récord de 11 victorias, 1 derrota, 1 empate y 5 de esas victorias por la vía del cloroformo. Puritito, Camalú, Baja California, Mario Güero Ramírez.
Ya les di instrucciones en sus respectivas esquinas. Saludos deportivamente, viene con la campana. Fuera segundos.
The instructions right there by referee Jose Cobian, and we are ready. This is super featherweight 6th round. Jesus Otero against Mario Ramirez. Ramirez in the white trunks, taking on Jesus Otero, who's wearing blue and silver. This is the super featherweight division. Both fighters weighing at 130 pounds. And here is Jesus Otero is the southpaw. Mario Ramirez, young man who they have great plans for him. Otero is 1-0. Ramirez, 11 wins, 1 draw, and 1 loss. Ramirez, who took some time off as he watched his wife give birth. And they need us in that room when they give birth. Although I fell asleep during the Lamaze class because I said, at no time do I think my wife is going to forget to breathe.
It's an important function of life.
It absolutely is.
Breathing. But yeah, good for Mario. You know, get his head on straight, get his priorities straight, focus on what he has to do. You know, in the fight game, if he wants to continue, he definitely does have the tools. Does Mario Ramirez? You know, we've seen him here plenty of times. Boristeca boxing, best in boxing.
And he's got to go up against the southpaw. So Chris, solve this for me. What do you do to a southpaw?
So it's well known, just like for them, that straight left hand. You know, Manny Pacquiao. For a right-handed fighter.
But here we can see the footwork, so you can tell me a little bit what he has to do with his foot.
So Mario wants his left foot on the outside of Otero's right foot. He wants it on the outside at all times.
And that's to set up the straight right hand.
Yeah, set up the straight right hand and just better positioning. Right now, Otero has the positioning on him, and that's why Güero Ramirez kind of inched his way out of there. But that's what you want. That's what you want. You want to control the distance. You want to control the outside, okay, to have leverage on your shots and not on your opponents.
And you see the shoes worn right there by Mario Ramirez. Those are designed by a guy by the name of Carlos Adams.
These are actually the Reeboks.
Those are the Reeboks.
These are the Reeboks, Benny, but they look exactly like Carlos Adams shoes.
Really?
AB.
They look
Adams
similar.
Boxing.
They look similar. Let's say that. Shout out to Carlos. I remember when he came out with the first version.
Yeah. The AB ones, I believe.
Yes, sir. Still my favorites personally.
Yeah, man, and he's still going strong. Shout out to his company. You know, he's a good friend of mine here from San Diego. Now resides in Mexico. Very prominent company.
And round number 1 is in the books. And that That would be an interesting round to score. So I think Ramirez gets up. As he's getting the instructions now in his corner, Mario Ramirez. Here is, take a look here, the lefty, Jesus Otero.
Oh, boy.
Otero's 1-0. He looks like a rough customer.
Comes from a rough background, huh?
I say anybody with 1950s Navy tattoos in a modern era comes from a rough background.
Got the old Popeye tattoos, huh?
Well, it's kind of like when I see a woman with tattoos and I see her with piercings, I think, here's a woman who'll do something she'll regret later, but she'll do it anyway, and that's a good thing.
Depending on how you want to look at it. Not if you're her mom, right?
Oh my God! I got my conscience on my left here.
So that means I gotta be the
yeah,
devil.
man, you're the angel.
Oh man.
Jesus Otero, he's wearing blue. He's taking on Mario Ramirez in the white and the black, kind of a macho camacho type of trunk. Otero going back and trying to mount a counterattack. So basically, to sum up, the style of zurdo is contact and counter.
Yeah, typically, Güero Ramirez is on his back foot boxing, but right now, Jesus Otero is making him go forward. Not a style that I think is comfortable for Mario Ramirez.
When you look at the style of Otero, it is not a style that's going to make you look good.
Nah, he's a southpaw. He's on his back foot, a little awkward.
That was an elbow. Or in football, we call that a shiver. And you can see Martinez trying to go ahead and pin Otero against the rope, but Otero doesn't cooperate. He comes off of that and is rather explosive in doing so. Otero's landing some big shots. You're hearing that leather.
Yeah, it was a big thud right there.
But now he's... Ramirez is going to have to find his rhythm here. Close that space, but when he does, he pays for it. Otero's making him pay for it every time he closes in.
Nice hook to the body.
Oh, great left uppercut just now.
And you know something that Mario did really well? He kind of aired it out, took that step back, and sometimes fighters need to do that.
Yeah.
Take that step back, air it out, give yourself some room.
One thing we talked about earlier, Benny, the space, creating space. And you're right, he just did that right there, taking a little step back. Nice uppercut.
Timed that out beautifully. As Otero came in, he landed that uppercut. 2 rounds is in the books. It is scheduled for 6 rounds in the super featherweight division. This is zurdo, lefty, Jesus Otero. Now, why wouldn't they take his mouthpiece out?
I don't know. I mean, maybe negligence. I have no idea.
And here's that thing we talked about, Chris, here on the ropes, and watch him take that step back.
Boing.
Okay, now here he takes a step back. See, he airs it out.
And he creates that space under that good hook to the body, too, with that space.
But here comes zurdo.
Missed every shot.
Missed every shot, kind of me with a power ball. I only missed it by 5 numbers. Jesus Otero, Mario Ramirez. Otero in the blue, taking on Mario Ramirez in the white and black. Better round for Ramirez in the last one, as Otero seems to be slowing down a little bit. Otero's trying to find a way to go ahead and counter off the ropes, trying to plant a little trap. Ramirez seems to be shaking the rust off now.
Yeah, he's starting to open up a little bit more. The first round, yeah, I guess you could call it that, Benny. You could call it rust.
Turning him around is Otero. Nice little nifty move there. Ramirez doing everything he can to go ahead and maintain his focus, because Otero is a very unorthodox, very awkward fighter. And 2 punches right there by Otero.
And that's usually what we saw from Will Ramirez, the combination punching that we're starting to see now in this round.
And you know, he's keeping his composure though. He's not growing, he's not getting frustrated. Even though Otero has a very difficult style to fight, he's not frustrated.
No, he's not. And like you mentioned earlier as well, that he's an awkward fighter. He's just somebody hard to look good against. Nice uppercut.
Yeah, Otero's trying to come in there. You know, Kevin, it seems like Ramirez's jab is getting sharper.
Yeah, I mean, I think how can I put it? Just the rate at which he comes forward with, it translates all the way through his punch. So it's like a very sharp and direct punch, and it looks good, you know. But I would caution him to probably duck his head a little bit with that punch, because he kind of keeps his head a little high as he comes in with his jab.
Otero, on the other hand, has a really awkward style. And then what even makes him more awkward is the fact that he's a southpaw.
There you go. Will Ramirez starting to sit down on those body shots.
And he looks so focused. So focused. Again, he is rusty. Make no mistake about it. But he is able to keep his composure and tremendous concentration.
This is another guy that just loves the sport of boxing. You know, he might have been out of the ring. He might have a little ring rust, but obviously he's in great shape still. You know, had a child, but he stayed in the gym, and you know, I'm pretty sure he'll shake that rust off sooner than later. Sorry.
So we are scheduled for 6th round. It's the super featherweight division. Both of these fighters at 130 pounds. And we get to see some of the action here as Mario Ramirez steps in. And Otero comes after him.
Yeah, he's been landing a couple big punches though, to be quite honest.
Jose Cobian signals the 2 fighters to step into the middle of the ring. And here they come. It is round number 4 of a scheduled 6-rounder. Mario Ramirez in white and black taking on Jesus Otero in blue and silver. Otero trying to load up on those shots. And you see all of a sudden now Otero's starting to open up his mouth. He's really showing you his mouthpiece.
Which typically means, Benny, that he's tired, right? So good right hand by Will Ramirez right there. Great.
That's
and here comes that mouthpiece. It's going to come out this round.
And important for Ramirez to get there first. Get there first. Don't let Otero come in with kind of that countered punch style. You know, they did not give an easy fight to Mario to come back after his layoff. This guy is a tough guy.
Yeah, absolutely. One fight, but still very tough. Rugged. And he's throwing some heavy shots.
Good job by Ramirez to move his head. You can see Otero wanted to load up on that. And I think that's where Ramirez has to go. He has to go to the body.
That's what he needs to do if he wants to get him out of here.
Go to the body. Trying to go ahead and find a home for that left hook to the body is Mario Ramirez. And good right hand by Ramirez right there. Landing right on the chin of Jesus Otero.
It's almost like it made him angry though. Otero came right back. Oh wow.
Good body punch by.
Otero there, closing the space. Otero trying to find a way to counter Mario Ramirez.
He's actually kind of finding it right there with that that left uppercut.
And that time Otero went out of the ring and came back in under the ropes.
That left hook or left uppercut is actually landing pretty good for Otero.
I don't think because it's very tough to see it.
Yeah,
really tough to see it.
Well, just towards the end of the round, it looked like he kind of flushed a few times.
This is Jesus Otero from Navajo, Sonora, Mexico, getting the instructions. This guy is tough, though. He is some kind of tough. This southpaw. He is 1-0, and he's fighting a guy with a record of 11-1-1. That is a major step up.
Absolutely. That doesn't happen often. Not only that, hanging in there, you know. He might not be winning the fight, but he's hanging in there.
Round number 5 of a scheduled 6-rounder. These are super featherweight. Your principals in the ring is Jesus Otero. He is wearing the blue and silver, taking on Mario Ramirez. Ramirez 11-1-1. Big things are expected from this young man. Otero all of a sudden seems like he got his second win.
Yeah, he's a little jumpy.
Ramirez again insists on attacking the head of Otero rather than the body. There he tried to go down, and all of a sudden, then he's attacking the body. You see Otero dropping that elbow.
Yeah.
To protect the body. Good uppercut by Ramirez.
Yeah, he might have been hurt early on in the fight.
And good punch right there by Otero.
And that's
caught him coming in.
Caught him coming in. Overhand left.
You have to give it up for the toughness of Jesus Otero.
Well, he's a very inexperienced fighter. We're talking about a 1-0 fighter taking on an 11-1-1 fighter.
That's what I mean, the toughness of taking the fight, the toughness of taking these punches, and also being able to respond. So give it up to him, man. He's not winning this fight. I'll say it again, but he's tough and he's in it.
You need guys like this in boxing. Every opportunity to get in the ring is a learning experience. And for Mario Ramirez, he's testing himself. He's coming back after a layoff, and now he's trying to find out what he's got. time. It almost looked like it was a tomahawk chop on the part of Otero.
Like he got hit with a low blow.
Yeah. Kobe on lets him go. And good 2 punches right there by Otero. Otero appears to be the stronger of the two fighters.
Yeah, I was just thinking in my mind, I said, Ramirez, I'm giving him a little extra credit on this one because it looks like Otero is bigger than him and probably even a little stronger than him. So that speaks a lot to his fitness level right now. Especially coming off a 10-month layoff.
That's true. Clash of heads right there, and Ramirez goes back to his corner, and they're going to look at that. There is Jesus Otero, zurdo. Here we go, Mario Ramirez. I said that he's going to have to attack the body, so we're going to see it here. Chris, take it right here.
So one thing we said that, yeah, he needed to attack the body, but he keeps headhunting right now in this situation. And the couple body shots that he threw were blocked.
Yeah, Otero's dropping that elbow.
Yeah.
And this is it, the 6th and final round of our super featherweight encounter. Jesus Zurdo Otero taking on Mario Ramirez. Ramirez in the white trunks, Otero in the blue and silver. Otero has been the counter puncher. Ramirez has been more the stylistic type of a fighter, mixing it up. A long layoff, 10 months by Mario Ramirez, and he's back.
Oh.
And now here comes Ramirez. But just when you say that, here comes Otero right back. Every great headliner has to have a great finish. Let's see what Ramirez has. Otero is just mixing it up with every oddity he can come up with. He's showing Ramirez that.
Yeah, I think if Ramirez can turn it up, he can definitely get Otero out of there. But he just needs to turn it up. Turn it up, turn it up, keep turning it up.
Ramirez bringing all kinds of different angles, going low, coming over the top. And all of a sudden you see Otero trying to find that opportunity to counter. And every time Ramirez comes in, that's when Otero does his best work.
Yeah, he always throws these sneaky punches and they land.
See, look at that right hand.
Yeah. I'm not sure if Ramirez was showing an indication of being hurt by that body punch or
just aired it out.
Yeah.
Boy, Otero, he is one tough guy. 1-0, taking out a fighter 11-1-1, and look at him. And he's also fighting the right fight, Kevin, because again, he's not a stylistic type of a fighter, but what he is a cagey guy who's countering.
Yeah, and he's landed some big counters throughout this entire fight, you know, so that style is definitely working for him.
Never trust a guy named Lefty. Jesus Otero. Oh, the mouthpiece is gone. You said it was going to come out. It's gone.
You called it. It finally happened. Oh, yeah.
There's the knockdown.
Oh, man.
What a fight. Mario Ramirez, a very skilled fighter coming back after a 10-month layoff. takes on a very courageous but yet rather awkward Jesus Zurdo Otero. So now we're going to wait. Here's what Kevin predicted, is that is for the mouthpiece to leave the mouth of Jesus Otero, and here it comes. There it is.
There it is.
The choice there, do I protect my teeth or do I breathe? Jose Cobian right on top of that, seeing it.
Yeah. That was a great fight, a good comeback fight, I should say, for our friend here, Ramirez.
So now we are ready for Pablo Flores, and are we ready for him to tabulate it and give us the final?
Still getting judges' scorecards.
He's still adding it up.
Yeah.
Oh, that might be a suspenseful decision here, huh? And now we're finally ready.
There's no way that Mario Ramirez didn't win this fight, but we never know with the judges.
All right, Pablo Flores, you take it from here and give us the official decision.
Damas y caballeros, después de 6 rounds de combate, nos vamos con las decisiones de los jueces. After 6 rounds of boxing, we now go to the judges' scorecards. All 3 judges have the same scores of 60 to 54. Los 3 jueces, Carlos de la Rocha, Sergio Lechuga y Jesús González, calificaron el combate 60-54. For your winner by the way of unanimous decision, su ganador por la vía de la decisión unánime de Camalú, Baja California, Sergio Mario Güero Ramírez.
And there you have it. A unanimous decision for Mario Ramirez after a 10-month layoff. He comes back and slugs out a 6-round unanimous decision win over Jesus Zurdo Otero. Otero, with that very awkward counter-punching style, did a great job of giving fits to Mario Ramirez. So Mario Ramirez kind of checks the checks and balances, and I think he's still got everything there in order.
Absolutely. He seems to repolish it, that's all. It's like his favorite pair of church shoes, haven't worn for a while, bring them back out, polish them. They'll be as good as new.
So here we go. We got Jose Banuelos and Giovanni Gonzalez coming up. Jose Banuelos from Tijuana, Baja California, taking on Giovanni Gonzalez from Stockton, California. And Stockton, that is one tough area up there in Northern California.
Yeah, they have a few fighters right now. I actually have a card coming up May 4th, I believe, a top ranked card, and it's going to be interesting. We actually have a fighter that's been fighting on a few of the GSS shows, Marco Arroyo. He was actually here in attendance tonight supporting the Stockton fighter, Gonzalez.
And he actually got the fight because they saw him fight on right here. Best in Boxing, Global Sports Streaming, Fight Hub TV, and this show being presented in association with Boristeca Boxing here at the Arena Big Punch in Tijuana, Baja California. Love that name, the Big Punch.
I mean, it doesn't get any better for the name of a venue for a boxing match, does it?
VIP de Best in Boxing presenta nuestro último encuentro pactado a 4 rounds en la división de peso super pluma. 4 rounds of boxing in the super featherweight division. Introducing first the fighter in the red corner, wearing black and red. He officially weighs in at 134 pounds. En la esquina roja, vistiendo pantaloncillo negro y rojo, con un peso de 134 libras. Cuenta con 3 combates profesionales. He stands with 3 professional bouts. From Tijuana, Baja California, JOSUE Banuelos. And his opponent across the ring is standing in the blue corner, wearing silver and gray. He officially weighs in at 135 pounds. Y su rival en la esquina azul, vistiendo pantaloncillo en color gris y plata, con un peso de 135 libras. He stands with a record of 7 victories against 3 defeats, and 3 of those wins coming by the fast way of knockout. Presenta un récord de 7 victorias, 3 derrotas Y 3 de esas victorias por la vía del cloroformo. From Sacramento, California, USA, Giovanni Gonzalez.
And here our referee, Jose Cobian, calls the two fighters for the final instructions. They are
Ya les di instrucciones en sus respectivas
Jose
esquinas, protégase todo el
Banuelos
tiempo.
and
Salud,
Giovanni
efectivamente vienen con la
Gonzalez.
campana. Fuera segundos.
Gonzalez is going to have the silver and black, taking on Jose Banuelos, who's got the red and black trunks on. Well, you know Jose Banuelos can take pain. Look at all the tattoos on his body. Giovanni Gonzalez, 7-3. This is the super featherweight division, and here we go. Jose Banuelos from Tijuana, Baja California. Giovanni Gonzalez.
Might be an early night.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's Giovanni Jose Banuelos' version of a jab. And Gonzalez actually laughing.
Yeah.
I think he's gonna keep hitting him to the body. He doesn't like it. This guy.
And that's a shot to the body.
It's over.
That's called the fetal position.
You're right, Chris. He is a jokester.
So there you have it. Giovanni Gonzalez. The most painful part of the trip was the drive here from Stockton, California. Once in the ring, it was no problem.
Yeah, definitely took care of business.
Josue Banuelos was on the other end and the recipient of those brutal shots by Giovanni Gonzalez. So we are going to bring in Pablo Flores one last time to give us the final. Here we go, ready here for Pablo. Here we go with Pablo.
Damas y caballeros, tenemos el tiempo oficial de 46 segundos en el primer asalto. We have the official time of 46 seconds in the very first round. For your winner by the way of KO victory, su ganador por la vía del knockout, Stockton, California, USA, Giovanni Gonzalez.
And there you have your winner, Giovanni Gonzalez. A very quick knockout here in the first round, knocking out Jose Banuelos. So what a great night for boxing here as Global Sports Streaming presents the best in boxing. So a great night of boxing tonight. We got to see some young fighters like Jose Maria Carrillo, who really looked spectacular in his fight with Eduardo Lopez. And of course, our main event, what an upset. Roberto Meza, and tell me, Chris, did you see that coming against Ángel Viedas?
I didn't see that coming. It was an upset, definitely an upset. The Mesa camp complaining, maybe rightfully so, but hopefully we see the rematch in the near future.
And Kevin, that's an opportunity now for a young guy like Roberto Meza. Like we said, don't get angry with the decision. Go talk to the judges, find out why they scored it the way they did, learn how to win. Because sometimes the things that you think are, you're doing and are effective aggression, all the things, the criteria that a judge sees as being favorable is actually not.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of times, fighters spend a lot more time in training than they do in the actual fight, so they don't always know how they look, so it would be a good opportunity in a case like tonight to go in, talk to the judges, pick their minds. And I think that I think that's an excellent strategy, you know, in terms of becoming a true winner at the sport of boxing. So we'll see, but I don't think that's going to break his spirit at all. Roberto, you're a great fighter. Continue to move forward past this. It's a minor setback for a major comeback.
So Global Sports Streaming, presenting the best in boxing in association with Boristeca Boxing. So a great night of boxing. You always get that when you come here to Tijuana. Great fights. I don't know if it's the water, if it's the food, but I tell you what, everybody seems to want to fight when they come to Tijuana. On behalf of my two partners here, Chris Martin, Kevin Ollie, was an absolute delight to be with you guys tonight.
Pleasure.
Until the next time, good night, everybody.
Good night.